Goose here, coming back at your video, and we're going to be going over the last two games of the series between the Astros and the Mariners. I had videos of the first two games up, but I didn't make one last night because it was late and had things to do today, and they had a game this afternoon, so we'll go over both games. The one that was last night, this was a game that the Seattle Mariners won 14-1. The Astros they just did not pitch well. Just wasn't their night. As Leak went the distance for the Mariners, he went 9 innings, gave up 6 hits, 1 run was earned, struck out 5, walked 2. Over for the Astros, Brad Peacock took the loss. He fell to 5-3. He went 5 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs. They were earned. Walked 2 and struck out 6. Leak for the Mariners improved to 5-6 on the year. For the relievers for the Astros, didn't get any better. As Gudon pitched a third of an inning, gave up 3 runs. Rogers pitched 2 innings, gave up 8 runs, and then they had a position player, Tyler White. He pitched 2/3 of an inning and gave up a run. So it just was not a good day for the Astros. The Mariners just came out swinging. They scored a ton of runs. The Astros led one time in the game. That was in the first inning. They had a sacrifice fly, and then after that, it was all Mariners. 5th inning, Smith singled to right to score Long and Santana. And then in the 6th, Santana homered to right center to score Vogelbach. They made it 4-1. And then in the 6th, Murphy homered to score Long. They made it 6-1. And then in the 6th inning again, Edwin Encarnacion homered and scored Moore and Smith. A 3-run home run. It was 9-1. And then Smith doubled in the 8th, made it 10-1. Then Williamson homered in that same inning, made it 13-1. And then Seager homered in the 8th, and again made it 14-1. So it just was not a good day for the Astros. The Mariners just pounded out. It's 13 hits, scored 14 runs. For the Astros, they only got 6 hits. They scored 1 run. And that was on a sacrifice fly. So there just wasn't much to talk about this game as an Astros fan. But the Mariners came out and they laid the wood that game as they won 14-1. The game that we played today, the Astros won that one 8-7 in 14 innings. This game, the Astros blew leads in the 8th inning, 9th inning, and 10th inning. They blew leads in all 3 of those innings. It just looked like that this was not going to be their night, but they came in, they pulled it out. They won 8-7 in 14. Davinsky won it in relief, obviously. 1-0, and Festa fell to 0-1. So looking over the scoring, it was all Astros early on. They led 4-1 going into the 7th, but it all fell apart. Gurriel singled in the first inning, make it 1-0. Then Cherno's homer to make it 3-0. Vogelbach singled to left, and the bottom half of the first inning was 3-1. But Bregman homered in the 5th to make it 4-1, and then Mayfield homered in the 7th, and it was 5-1. So it was actually 5-1 in the 7th inning. But then it all just fell apart. The Mariners scored 3 runs in the 7th, as Long ran out the first to score a run, and then Moore singled to score a run, and then Smith singled to score another run. So it was 5-4 after 7. But then the Astros, they got a run back in the 8th inning, as Kemp hit a sacrifice fly to make it 6-4. So you felt a little bit good about yourself that maybe the Astros were going to come out and just close this one out. But then in the 8th inning, the Mariners came right back, and they scored 1 run, and Santana singled to make it 6-5. And then in the 9th inning, they just couldn't hold the lead, as Encarnacion singled the center, make it 6-6. And so it was going to extra innings, and then I said to myself that they're not winning this game. The Astros are just not winning this game. It's just not in the cards. So I was setting it up for I was expecting accepting the split of the doubleheader, the split of the 4-game series. Excuse me. So but then in the 10th inning, the Astros scored a run. It was 7-6. So it looked like, okay, they're going to come out and they're going to get it and they're going to win. Well, nope. With 2 outs, Navarez homered to make it 7-7. And then in the 14th inning, the Astros scored a run on a sac fly to make it 8-7. But then the Mariners loaded the bases up in the bottom of the 14th, but they could not scrape the tying run or the winning run home. So the Astros won 8-7. Excuse me. So yeah, I mean, a win's a win is a win is a win. So they just keep trucking along. They won 3 out of 4 in this Mariners series, and then they won 3 in a row against the uh, Athletics. So they were 6-1 on this road trip. So it was a very good road trip. Very good road trip. 6-1. So now they have a series starting tomorrow against the Orioles. So game against the Orioles tomorrow will start at 7:10 local time, and should pit Garrett Cole for the Astros. I'm pulling up the Orioles pitcher because my computer's froze up. So yeah, Garrett Cole's pitching. He's 5-5 on the year with a 3.94 ERA, and the Orioles are going to go with I'm going to butcher this name, Gabriel Yona. He's 0-2 with a 5.06 ERA. So they're playing the Orioles. Orioles are not that good. So hopefully the Astros, I'm hoping they can just sweep them. They're playing at home. I'm hoping for a sweep, but we'll see what happens. So Astros improved to 43-21. Still outstanding year. They won 3 out of 4 on this trip right here, and won 3 in a row against Oakland. That's 6-1 road trip, which is, hey, I'll take that every day of the week. As always, guys, thank you for watching, man, and I'll talk to you guys later.